URT. This is the URT. Welcome to the URT. We are the URT. You are the URT. This is the URT. United Real Therapy. And boy, do we need more therapy, people. Big up to all of you. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Welcome to you all. Thank God it's over for now. You got 3 months of relief. 3 months of relief, people. 3 months of relief. And then it's back to more pain again. So yeah, big up to everybody. Love and like. Please smash the like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. We are shadow banned. We are shadow banned. My scarf is over there. I'm gonna go and get it in a minute. But we are shadow banned. But free Palestine, free Palestine, free Palestine, free Palestine. Big up to every one of you locked in right now. Welcome back. Welcome to the show. And we're going to be telling it. I've lost my voice slightly. I don't know if you can hear it. I've been at the protest. I can show you some of the videos if you want to see some. But yeah, big up to everybody. Love, like, smash a like, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And let's go, people. We're shadow banned, but we don't give a damn because we're always out for the humanity of human beings. Luani, talk to me. Looks like I was there. Manchester United turned up for the last game today. We do think Villa got robbed. Villa got robbed. Oh boy, that referee robbed Villa. But boy, oh boy, Villa got robbed. But I'll take it. I'm not bothered. But I personally think big discussions tonight. I really think that I don't blame Amorim, but I think he needs to walk away. Because why delay it for 5-6 months? Why delay it? The inevitable, because they're not going to back him. They're hiding against PSR bullshit rules. So why don't he just walk away right now? That's one.
He's not going to walk away. No,
yeah, listen, Bruno needs to go because I don't want to see us play through one player again. I do not want to see that. I'm not here for that.
Why do you want him to go? He got an assist today.
I also think, me personally, he needs to go. And if I was him, I will never turn down that level of money. You've played football for 30-something years. Manchester United are mid-table mediocre. Go and earn some money in Saudi Arabia and enjoy the sunshine. But anyway, we'll come to that. But listen, first of all, give me your match reaction. And big up to you, bro. People, smash a like, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Talk to me. Big up Khalees Romadi Lassie, Chief of the United Real Therapy. Please make sure you check him out at Khalees Romadi Lassie on X. Get on there, people. Make sure you support the brother. Honestly, he's Mr. X. He needs to change his name to Mr. X. He's on top of all news. So make sure you check him out on there. Chief editor, we're forever grateful to him. Big up the mods. People need to get people liking the video ASAP. Let's go. We got 200 likes on this video. Let's go. That's our target. Muluani, talk to me. Tell me about the game. What did you think about the game today?
Big up Therapy Army. Good evening, everybody. Last game of the season, Villa was supposed to play for something, apparently. And we were not playing for anything. But today is one of our better game of the season, actually. We could see that Amorim was a little bit more positive than he is usually. He played with his wing back up the pitch. We have the ball for most of the time. I think at the point we have like 70% of the possession for the first 10 minutes. We were able to pin Villa down. They couldn't come out of their half. And we are creating chance. Throughout the game, we create a lot of chance, but we couldn't put those chances away. But eventually, they got an opportunity, or they score a goal on a mistake from Bayende and Maguire. But the referee disallowed the goal. Talking about what I was saying last time, that is given the choice to be good or to be lucky. I'd rather be good. But it looked like today we were lucky with the refereeing decision because the VAR spotted the mistake from Bayende. But since the referee has already blown the whistle, they couldn't go back and review that. So we got away with one over there. But eventually we add another goal to make it 2-0. And to the march of the grievance from Unai Emery. But I think over the course of the game, the result was deserved. As of this result being the reflection of the whole season, I'm not too sure because the season was shitty and this result just served to paper over the cracks. I don't think it's going to change anything. And that's where I am today. I'm a bit disappointed not in terms of the result, but in terms of how it's going to impact the decision of the Glazers, the decision of Ineos moving forward with this crop of player and with this manager, especially the captain Bruno, who got an assist today. So that's all I have to say right now. I don't wanna go too long because I have so many things on my head. But I'll let Ben or you finish up so I can come back
Yeah,
later.
yeah, no problem, no problem. In terms of talking about the bottle job, seeing that the Cowards FC turned up today, I don't think it was helped by the way that Villa set up. Villa were quite defensive. I think they were going to try play on a counter. I don't know what their tactics was. Um, Martinez, their goalkeeper, is stupid. He's very stupid, very, very stupid goalkeeper. Very stupid. And he deservedly got sent off. Rasmus Højlund is not going to score from there. All he had to do is just wait. Rasmus can't hit a pad well. So I don't know who he thinks he's playing against, but he's not. He's playing against somebody that's not going to be able to do anything. At the end of the day, for me, it's too little, too fucking late. Too little, too late. That's our first win since March. Let me repeat for people. That's the first win for Manchester United in the Premier League since March, since that Leicester game. But for me, it's about there are bigger things than this game today. There are the big decisions about the football, and as you can tell, I've lost my voice. Like I said, I'll try to upload some of the things to show you that we've been to the protest today. Big up to everybody who turned up, love and light, but we need to do more. We managed to shut the shop, the merchandise shop that got closed. Our chant was, "We're coming in, close the shop or we're coming in," and they listened and they closed it. So that's something to be said. But without emptying that stadium, ain't nothing gonna change. You can sing when you're in the stadium, Glazers out, all you want. They've heard it for 20 years. You need to do folk with your feet and empty the stadium. That was the message I told to the 1958, and that needs to be done. But Ben, how did you see it? Big up to you. The big topics tonight, I want you to think about it, is that Ruben Amorim is not going to be backed because the cowards, Ineos and Glazers are hiding behind PSR, which is bullshit. Because if the club was not in a debt, then there's no PSR. Get rid of the debt then. Pay off the debt. Pay off the debt. Simple. Jim, the rat, and Glazers should pay off the rat. PSR doesn't affect us. It's simple. They've got 3 months to do that. But anyway, that's the thing. And Bruno, for me, needs to go because why would you be, when you're getting offered that amount of money in Saudi, why would you want to go and finish your career at a club that's failing? And to me, you have to take some accountability. You're the captain of the football club, and you've taken it to the worst finish in 50-something years, Ben. So for me, he has to hold up. But give me your match reaction to the game. What did you think about the game? Well, to me, what was just, yeah, but go ahead.
Yes, good evening to the panel. Good evening, Luani and Nurden. Good evening to the chat. Free Palestine, fuck Zionism. But I want to give a big shout out to the protest. Obviously, I'd seen briefly online on X what it looked like. I didn't know that he's actually closed down the mega store. Brilliant job. Well done to everyone that got involved. But it's not enough, man. I turned on the TV and I seen that when the players walked out, no boos. Everyone's singing "Take Me Home, United Row." What are we singing here for, man? Like, why is the stadium so fucking packed? It's not good enough, man. We're a fucking disgrace as a fan base. And look, I understand there's a lot of people coming from worldwide experiencing Old Trafford. It's an absolute dream to go to Old Trafford and actually witness United. But it's still, this is just why the issue is the fan base, man. It's just not good enough, man. I posted on X saying, why is the stadium packed when you've got a fucking protest outside, demanding shit, demanding change, but it's just not good enough, man. And do you know what, man? Like, I don't know what you said to the 58 man, but and what they said back to you, like, but it needs to start from next season, man. There needs to be 2 protests a fucking month, man. Emptying the fucking stadium, leave the stadium. Look at AC Milan. AC Milan have already done it. Yeah, they haven't got rid of the owners, but that probably won't be the last time they'll do it. They'll be doing more of it. And yeah, like okay, that's just on the protest on the game. This game, honestly, man, it just proves why this squad is fucking ludicrous. It's shit. It is shit. When they don't have any pressure on them, these fucking players, they play for like oh here we can actually have freedom and play. That's on God. This is Amorim's best game this season. Best game, and I know we had a good game against Liverpool at the Emirates. This game was by far Amorim's best game as a coach, and you could probably say for the players too. You know, yes, Villa got robbed. Can't believe we've still got two keepers that can't even hold a fucking ball. This is why the keeper needs to be addressed this summer from Ineos, because they got absolutely robbed. And look, whether we would have won the game if Villa scored that and it counted, I still think we deserve to win that game personally because we were all over them. They couldn't even get out our fucking the halfway line. We were all over them, all over them. So, but it doesn't surprise me. This is in my opinion, this is a pre-season game. I want you to do this every fucking game, Amorim. And the players, look, I've always had enough of the players. The players are a fucking disgrace. Get each and every single one of them gone, except for about 4 or 5 players. Keep them. They're absolute disgrace. You know, this day it wasn't all down to the coach. You know, yeah, the coach did well. Look, the tactics worked well. Like Luani said earlier on, the wing backs were so high. I thought Bruno and Casemiro did well in the midfield. I thought Heaven was by far the man of the match before he got injured. But you know, it just pisses me off, man, because when they don't have pressure in their fucking in their heads, they actually can perform. But you know, I'm just sick and tired of these fucking players, man. And thank God, like, oh, I'm so happy the season's ended, man. And once the game ended, you know, obviously we heard boos half time. I was happy for that. But when the full time ended, like everyone was like singing all this, and I'm like, what are we fucking doing, man? And you know, when Amorim spoke, whenever he spoke for the microphone, you know, last time when it was Ten Hag got booed. But then this case, Amorim didn't get booed. So what are we doing here? What are we doing? Yes, I know. Look, I know I don't blame Amorim. He's not the only person I blame. It's the fucking vultures. It's these players. The environment's just it's just toxic. But even still, man, you can't be coming out as a United coach saying, you know, we apologize. Like, no, man, fuck off with that bullshit, bro. Honestly. And look, I know he's going to be here next season, but the one thing I take credit from Amorim is you got to be fucking ruthless this summer with this fucking squad. If you're not ruthless this summer with this squad, then mate, get the fuck out of here. Actually, get the fuck out of here because it's just. These players, honestly, they've actually exposed themselves even more today than they did in the final because they played well. They played really well. Like Aston Villa are a good team, good side. But anyways, big up the panel, big up the chat, and thank God the season's done. But 1950, one more message, 1958, shame on you. Work harder and organize more of these fucking protests and empty the fucking stadium, man, because we're gonna be back here again, man. We're gonna be back here. We're gonna suffer even more, man. But big up, anyways, to the channel, panel. Sorry, can't even speak.
Yeah, big up, Ben. I think you've spot on everything that you said. Big up, Lesso. Big up, Eski. Eski's joining us as well. Lesso, you there? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm right here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Talk to me. What did you think about that game? We got 2 topics coming up for you, so I'm just letting you know. If you tuned in a little bit late, people, it's over nearly 200 of you in here. Please smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. If you're not already subscribed, we're shadow banned, but we don't give a damn. We got free Palestine every second, every day, every minute. Stop the wars. Fuck the industrial military complex. Fuck the systems. Free the people, free the land, free the Congo, free Sudan, free everywhere, free the Sahel region, hands off the Sahel region. Big up Ibrahim Traoré. Unite Ireland, fuck the Glazers and Ineos. But let me say this now. Amorim needs to walk away because they're not going to back him in the summer. He's not going to be backed. I thought in Lisbon, I'm going to show you, he managed to turn over players. 25 players he got rid of. 25 players. And he bought in 20 players. So it's not going to be able to happen. But just give me your match reaction. The cowards, the bottle jobs turned up, didn't they? They turned up. to the end of the season game, and they actually look like they were played decent, but too little, too fucking late. But we've got 3 months break now till the season starts. And Bruno Fernandes needs to also walk away. But he's here spouting this shit. I'm a guy living his dream at the best club. Listen, you as a captain has taken this club to its worst finish in Premier League history and one of the worst finishes in the whole club's Manchester United as a football club. One of the worst finishes. So you're responsible for that. You're responsible for that. And you're too weak to play in midfield. You can't play as a number 10 in this system, and you cannot play as a number 8 in this system. You cannot. Go ahead, Lesso. Talk to me about the game, and then we'll go to Eski. Big up to you.
Big up to the panel. Big up to Ben. Big up to Luani. And big up to SK as well. And yeah, well, guys, we're back here again, for another episode of Manchester United. So in this case, there's nothing for me to learn that I haven't learned before or I haven't seen from these guys. They turn it up whenever they feel like turning it up. That's what we know. They're inconsistent. They're not as bad as they should, as obviously as they performed. But they in terms of their attitude, what we've seen throughout the season, I'm just flabbergasted, But at this point, I'm not even surprised, And we know what to expect with these guys. We know it, and most of them need to leave. And Amorim needs to leave as well, because this is not gonna end well, honestly. Guys, it's not gonna end well for him as well. If he doesn't leave now, they're gonna have backing. We know this. They're not gonna make like I said in the previous show, they're not going to do the whole overhaul that is needed to play the system. So you in fact gonna bring people, not even half of the first 11 in to play a system that they specialize in, and you're gonna mix it with people who can't play the system. So this is just gonna be, problems on top of problems. Personally, for me, I just don't see any future or longevity behind this. What happens now if they want to change the system next season after they second? What happens now? And we're gonna be stuck in this merry-go-round. Like I told you guys, I don't trust what these guys are doing, because firstly, they don't know what they're doing. So many people have lost their jobs due to their inefficiency and lack of planning behind whatever they wanted to do. It's a vanity project for Sir Jim and Ineos as well. So, and the guys that he has are working alongside him are just as bad as he is. So it's unfortunately so that the fans do not seem to want to protest. And unfortunately, when it comes to protest, it means sacrifice. And if you can't even sacrifice a few minutes of the game to leave the stadium, then unfortunately, that's why I'm not even that bothered anymore, to be honest, because Sir Jim and and the Glazers will eventually get out of the football club, because they're running the club to the ground. If they don't get it right in the summer, they're never getting it right. That's the only plus about this. If they go and waffle in the summer, and they don't plan correctly, they stick to this formation. Guess what? There's only a few managers who actually play the system. So is there a succession plan beyond Amorim? That's the question. And I think that's why most fans are saying Amorim should stay, because you might as well, because there is nothing after that. These guys may probably go for another manager who plays an entire new system altogether. And now that manager has to manage players from who play a different system, two different systems, basically. So it's strap up, guys. Like I told you guys, I've checked out mentally. I know what it is. Next season's gonna be a write-off. And like this game, honestly, it felt like a dead rubber game. I don't know what happened with Aston Villa, honestly. I think they choked, to be honest. They didn't look like themselves. It looked like we showed up and we were excellent, but I think Aston Villa on themselves, they were very poor. We have to be honest about that. They were absolutely poor. I was actually shocked when I was watching that game at how they lacked intensity. They literally did what we did in the final. You know, when we have to win something, we didn't have any sort of intensity in that final as well. But today, if we had applied what we did in that final, we probably win the final. So it's a weird one. We managed to get the 2 goals, and Johnny Evans got his last run with his legs, and then it is what it is. He applauded the fans. Ericsson as well. They're both gone now. Garnacho as well. I think he's headed out. So basically, it was just a goodbye match for some of these players. Personally, it looked like an exhibition. Personally, for me, and unfortunately, I do not. I'm just gonna be honest. I do not. I do not see a future with whatever we're doing. But big up to everyone.
Big up.
Big up to you, Eski. How did you see the game? Did you watch the game? Were you working? Were you there?
No. I went there. I saw the game at home. Villa just didn't turn up. They needed to win the game, but I think just the way we started and we played just probably shocked him. They probably thought we were just going to roll over, morale's low and stuff. But I think we showed up a little bit. We surprised them. The red card was just dumb. It was a red card. He has got sent off, obviously. So, after that, did all right. Ahmad ends the season with our most league goals on 8. Hoyland, I don't want to ever see him again. Onana, the same. 3 players that I don't want to see. Glad to see Ericsson got a send-off with a goal as well. He deserved that, especially after his circumstances. And he's been a top player for us, a good professional. We don't hear nothing about Ericsson. Garnacho, happy to see him go. With your Sancho, Garnacho, flipping Ronaldo. If your name ends in an O, you got to go, apparently. But no, if you talk about the football club publicly, you got to go. So don't be doing nothing like that. So stupid kid. Hope he has a good future somewhere. I wanted him to stay. I changed my mind on him a couple of times this season. I thought there's a good player in there, but mentality-wise, no, he's got to go. So wish him all the best.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's all right. Big up McTominay. Obviously, Amy and Bombay knew the truth. Scott, yes, Ben, I see you there. McTominay, the truth. Misprofiled him at United. Good player, obviously. The amount of players that leave United. Joe was funny. There was a study done already. I know you like your history. There was a study done with during the Vietnam War. There was a thing where addicts or American soldiers over there, they got addicted to all sorts of substances over there. After the war, when they took them out of Vietnam and they come to America, their addiction rate stopped. It dropped dramatically. It's something to do with the environment that you're in can be a key trigger. What I'm trying to say is the environment at the club right now can just be a thing for it. We all say it's toxic, it's all this, that, and the third, and we all need a reset. I think there is something in there that these players are, there's just something there. Like Amorim says, I can see it on the training. There's just, something's not right. He said it in the pre-match press conference for this game. So I don't know if there's something to be said about that. But yeah, today Villa just didn't turn up. We just played for whatever. But I mean, talked about all this protest and stuff. I mean, I think the fans just stick with the club no matter what. Look, Liverpool had fuck all for 30 years. They didn't do none of this, that, and the third, and whatever. They just stuck with it and just rode it out. Football's in cycles. We've had our day. City's day might be ending. We don't know. The charges might stick. That's gone under the rug. They might come back. So at the end of the day, I think we just stick with it. Just keep going with it. Back the guy, and then just carry on. I mean, and then when you say, Nuruddin, that we had the power to stop a game one time, the time we stopped that game was because the Super League was a real thing. And then we decided to cancel that game, not because of the Glazers. Well, it partially was, but that was due to a football wider circumstance where Chelsea were stopping games and we were stopping games and we were doing a madness then. So the circumstances where we stopped that game was drastic and football was actually in jeopardy. Whereas, we're still wanting the owners out, but I don't think that's going to happen realistically. But yeah, we just go into next season.
Big up people. There's over 200 of you. Our target is to 200 likes, so please smash the likes. We're not even got 100 likes yet. I'm dumbfounded. I don't know what it costs you. Absolutely nothing. I'm not asking for you to join, to become a member, all of this. I'm not asking for any. I'm just asking for your like. Just like the fucking video, man. Honestly, my voice is gone. I could have, I could not have just fucked it off like the Manchester United Football Club fuck it off. You know what I mean? Nobody's paying nobody to be here, so let's just be real, people. Smash the fucking like. For me, it's too little, too late. They turned up, did fuck all for me. It means fuck all. I'm going to go back to Luani. I personally think Ruben Amorim first. I'll come to Bruno in a minute, but Ruben Amorim, they're not going to back him. They're going to hide behind PSR. They're going to hide behind that. The club is in debt, nearly 100 million, billion in debt. No, a billion in debt. So if you didn't have that billion in debt, Manchester United can go and buy who the fuck they want. They could have had a proper rebuild. But we don't have the people, and we don't have the cojones from the fans to want to do something about the people who own the football club. So for me, Ruben needs to walk away because he's delaying the inevitable for me. He's delaying inevitable. He needs a specific type of players in each position to be able to carry the system out, Luani. Why delay it for the next 6-7 months? That's my question to you. I'm not hammering out. I'm just telling you what's going to happen. I can just see what's going to happen.
Look, no, Dean, I agree with you that he need to work, but he's not going to work because he's not that type of person. For me, I think Amorim is part of the problem. The reason I'm saying he's part of the problem is that when you look at the club from all the way up, this is a club that have managed to accumulate $1 billion in debt. We're declaring a record revenue of over 700 million a year, but yet we're still in the red. We're still declaring a loss of over 113 million every year. Okay, and the debt is generating profit upward of 60 million a year. They are not going to give him any players. They are not going to buy enough players for him to build the squad that he wants to build to compete. That's number one. If he's not aware of that, I'm sorry, he's the manager. I believe some of those financial information have to be available for him and his team, at least to know who he's working for and what he's working with. The second reason why I don't trust the process is that the system itself for me cannot work in the Premier League. I've went back and watched a lot of games from other teams that are playing the same system as us. Wolf, I watched a lot of games from Wolf. I watched a lot of games from Crystal Palace. And Crystal Palace is 12th. Wolf is right below us at 16. They play exactly the same system. If anything, Wolf system is Wolf deploy their system a little bit more similar to the way we play our system. Of course, they play with Agnori, but they still keep their wing backs on the defensive end. And they ride with us right there in terms of points. What does he say? If even Crystal Palace, that play our system in a little bit expensive manner, and some of our friends are arguing that they have better players than us, they're still 12th, and they still have at least 10 teams ahead of them. 12, like, is that the best we can do if we get better players? If you look at the way Oliver Glasner deploy his system, where Eze and Sarr come to collect the ball, where Jefferson Lerner and Will Hughes how they progress the ball, is their wing back Munoz and the other wing back on the other side, they stay off the pitch all the time. But even regardless of the output of those players, look at the position they are. So next year, even if we improve, I don't see us going past 10th position. Is that our ultimate goal? No. When it comes to Amorim, I just don't believe in him. The reason I don't believe in him, I said last time it was not personal, but after this week with the Tottenham debacle, yes, it's personal. I'm not interested in a manager that's being little broad by his captain. You're in the conference room, they're asking you a question on an interview. If your job is under pressure and your captain is stepping in saying, yes, you're under pressure, what is that? What are we doing? Amorim, Bruno is speaking to Amorim as if he hired him for the job. And Amorim is joking with Bruno as if Bruno is the cousin of Joe Glazer or something. What are we doing? That for me, that doesn't inspire the respect in the dressing room. And that reflects in the attitude of Garnacho. We can say anything we want about Garnacho, but the player can only have so much bravado depending on how much the manager checks him. I don't think Amorim is in a position to check anybody in that dressing room, and I don't think Bruno is neither. He's not as good as a player. So to answer your question, Nuruddin, should Amorim walk? I think he should be fired. He's not gonna walk. He's probably not gonna get fired, and we're gonna take this thing and we're gonna do the merry-go-round again. As for me, I'm not interested in playing violin on a sinking ship. You hand me a life jacket and let me get off. Let me jump off. This is where I am.
Big up.
Yeah, big up. Bumbaye have joined us. Bumbaye, big up to you. I don't know if you watched the game or you could be even asked, but Villa got robbed.
Bruno.
We had an inexperienced referee who blew his whistle. Bindier didn't have the ball in both hands. The player tackled him and then put the ball in the back of the net. I think it was, who was it? Was it Rogers? I think it might have been
Rogers. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Rogers. Yeah. But the question we're asking for me is that Ineos are not going to back him. Not going to back Ruben Amorim properly. I think he needs to walk away. I don't blame him for anything. Well, I don't know who the fuck he was apologizing to today. At the end of the day, he's an experienced guy. He didn't have a fucking clue about the Premier League, and Premier League's a monster. So for me, he's not going to be backed. He needs specific type of role players to be able to play in the positions. He's that type of a coach. So for me, he needs to walk away. But did he watch the game? What did he think of it? And what do you think of the cowards and the bottle jobs turn up for the game when it doesn't matter? Where were they for the past 3 months? That was their first win since March. We got 42 points. We finished at 15th place. Go ahead, Bumbaye.
Bumbaye.
Evening, gents.
Good evening.
Then I heard the speech of Amorim. Now I'm a believer. Look, there's a lot there that you asked me, but do you know, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, bro. He's gonna stay. So if he stays, we're gonna find out about Ineos. They have to give the man the tools to do the job. We're gonna find out if they are gonna help him this summer. We got one in early, which is great. Is an important one that will help us with goals. It was a good sign-off speech. I hope he's not just stringing us along, but it's a tall order, this man. Tall order. If you want to find out about Ruben Amorim and you're not sure, then you stick with him. If you want to cut your losses, then you say, you want him out. Both are right. One will be definitely right. We have to wait and see. But look, if you're keeping him, I'm on board, no problem. But you got to back him. Don't keep him and not give him what he needs. What's the point? There's no point in that. So either you're going to be kicking off next year because Ineos have shown their true colours, which many people call out anyway. They didn't back the manager. It was a poor transfer window. Or you'll think, you know what? No, man's got backed. We've got players out. We've bought players in. Now he's got to show us what he can do. And he might, he might. Up to this point, obviously, jury's out. Jury's out football-wise, results-wise. But we have to wait and see what happens. But he's not going anywhere. I've always maintained in my heart he's not going anywhere. He will be in the dugout to start the next season. I just hope that he gets the tools that he needs to go. And man, the players today, I didn't watch it. I haven't watched us for the last 4 weeks, but I heard it was really good performance. Other than they got robbed, I saw that was a goal. It was never under control. But outfield play, where the game went, apparently that was a really, really good Man United performance, sustained for the duration of the game. So it's a shame. Too little, too late. Would have been nice to see more of that. Season ended a while ago in Premier League, and it was officially over on Wednesday. So let's hope that the ins and outs are to our liking now, and we go from there.
Yeah, big up. Now, quickly, just a quick answer. Do you think he should walk away because they're not going to back him and they need specific type of players to fit into those roles?
Bro, why are you saying they're not going to back him? You guaranteed
they're not going to back him. They're not going to. Bumbaye.
No, I don't know. Is there some news? Is there I don't get it.
Bumbaye, they're hiding behind PSR. PSR is applicable to us because of the fucking debt. So they're not going to back him. They're not going to clear the debt. They're not going to clear 700, 800 million pounds of debt in fucking 2 months. So The
No.
guy's not going to get the players that he needs. He needs specific type of players to play. That means Bruno's out. Casemiro's out. Bruno can't play as a number 10 in this system. He can't play as a number 8. He's too weak. He loses too many fucking duels. The facts are the facts. Should Amorim walk away, yes or no? In your opinion? Fuck what they're doing.
Yeah,
Because we want to be on record on this channel. We keep it raw, real, and red. We want to be on record when we called it. Why delay the inevitable? In the next 7 months, he'll be gone.
Well, I'll answer it in two parts. The first part is what you said about Bruno and stuff. I don't agree with that. That's subjective, yeah. Obviously, you're right in your opinion, bro. You're entitled to it, and everyone's entitled to who can play and who can't play. I disagree. I think Bruno can play as a number 10. It depends what we get around him and to improve everybody. If they are not going to back him and he knows it, then it doesn't make sense that you would stay to get your ass chewed out next year. Why do you want to take the bullets? Because we're going to be kicking off. And he's not going to be able to do his job. So if he knows already that they're not going to give him any players, then if he's got the option to walk away, and it's definitely one he needs to consider. But I think this transfer window, there's a lot of players that we can sell and raise some money, not only in terms of transfer fees generated, but in terms of big wage off the books. So there is room for players. And I think Ineos are going to spend money and they're going to buy us some players. They've started with Cunha. It's not a bad start at this point for £60 million, I think this guy's coming in for 5-year contract. So, that's some money spent there, a decent amount on a good player that everybody's pretty happy with in an important position. You got Sancho to trim, you got Rashford to trim. Eriksen will be off the wage bill. Lindelof will be gone. Garnacho might go. You got Luke Shaw might go, and you might get a few other surprises. So you can raise about 150 mil there. If you think about these are big earners as well, so there's lots of space, and they have to spend some money because the fans will go livid. They know that. I don't think we're going to spend like hundreds of millions, but around the 200 mil mark you could spend in this transfer window. I think if you sell, which is a decent amount of money to bring in some players for Ruben Amorim. And if he's under the illusion, Dino, that he's shopping, at Harrods, then he's stupid because we're not in Champions League football and we came 15th. He's got to get the right players. Dogu is not a big profile player, but he's the right player for Rubes. So get the right players. He knows his budget too. He's not. He has to be smart and astute with the money. It's not an open checkbook. So I think there is something workable there. I don't feel it's as bleak as you make it out to be. But we'll see, bro. When the season starts, we'll know if he was backed from what happens. We can gauge it. But right now, I don't want to speculate, man. Because this is Man United and we sign checks for everybody, even if we are 15th and useless. We are the livelihood of a lot of the media.
Bomaye, allow me to speculate based on certain facts. I agree with Nuruddin when it comes to this. I don't think he's going to get the backing that he thinks or that we think he's going to get, based on the simple fact that the reality is that this club is almost $1 billion in debt. I don't used to think about this aspect of the thing, but I want to dig some digging. With a business that's $1 billion in debt, that's the interest rate of that debt loan is to the tune of over 60 million a year. And you declaring loss of revenue, even though you have record revenue of 845 over 700 million, you declaring loss of over 112 million. You declaring as a loss. Where are you going to find money to buy players? Even if you sell, even if they're able to bring in players, that will be at the detriment, long-term detriment of the club. Because the most important thing right now is to solve the debt. And they don't look like they are able to solve the debt. The 450 redundancy that we have right now, assuming that each redundancy is at 50 grand a year, that saves you merely 20 million. Is nothing. Is not even able to cover the interest generated by the debt. So Nuruddin is right. This club is almost like a sinking ship, and it's like a Ponzi scheme that they set up. And I'm not surprised, because the only thing I'm worried about is that it looks like most of the energy of the fan are not directed toward the right people, because those who are messing up the club are not even the Glazers. Those are the outside element. There are inside elements that are involved in this scheme that the Glazers are putting together, and I think those are the ones we should be looking at.
All
When it
right,
comes to
question.
Amorim, yeah.
Okay, question, bro. For a question, I'm gonna open it up. I'm not sure what a good transfer window looks like. I'll know what a good transfer window is from the point of what we can shift, because I know
Seven
these are
first team
surplus to.
starters. 7 first team starters.
Let me ask you a
7
question.
first
Let me
team
ask you a
starters.
question. Let me ask you a
That's what it
question.
looks like.
All
That
right.
can play that system.
All right. Let me ask you a question. Yeah. In any season of Manchester United Football Club, 7 first team starters is unheard of. It's unheard of. 7 top first team starters. You're talking about better than what we've got, quality players that want us to get into the top 4. That's the mandate. That's unheard of under Ferguson, Mourinho, under everybody. It's a tall order. So I need to be realistic at least, bro. I don't think he's going to get all of that in the summer.
Manchester
And
United. It's not
obviously,
about him. It's not about
yeah,
him. It's
yeah.
about the football club. You finished the worst in 50 years, position in
Sure.
50 years,
Yeah.
right? Drastic measures need to be taking place, but they're not going to do it. He'll be sacked in 7 to 8 months' time. So why are you delaying the inevitable? Bombay, you've answered the question. You don't agree. Let me get the other guys in, because I want to be strict, because I don't want to be chatting about this shit. I've lost my voice at the protest.
I just think we need to be realistic as well.
No, it's not about realistic. No, bullshit. I'm sorry, it's bullshit. Manchester City went out in January, spent 200 million and signed 4 players. That's not. People say it didn't go. We need to be realistic. What fucking realistic? There's nothing about real. It's about what you have to do. You've got to do what you've got to do. Ben, I'll go to you. Why should he walk away? Because why delay the inevitable? Because they're not going to back him. We found ourselves, they bought in a coach that needs specific profiles to fit in specific roles for the system. And that was in Portugal. Premier League's a different beast. So if they don't get 7 first team starters, I don't see this working. We're going to be here in 7 months' time, and I'm putting it on record right now. The only time we win is when we play against 10 men. That's including Europa League. When teams go to 10 men, we look great. To be fair, today, we look great for the first half an hour before the 10 men. So, but we didn't score. We can only score against 10 men, right? 10 players, playing against 10 players. But I'm going to ask you the question, right? What do you think? Let me put words in your mouth. You have got your own opinion. Do you think it's worth, and he said it even in his presser after the game. I watched it just before I come on live. He said, it's gonna be hard, we're gonna try. He's using words like that. He says, he's telling the press, you know more than me, the PSSR. Fuck that shit. That's nothing to do with you, mate. The people who bought you here. Right? We're losing Lindelof, who's not been playing for the past 2 seasons. How many games does he play? I can count to maybe can count in two hands. Evans not played for a fucking year. Christian Eriksen, we don't hardly ever use him. So they're not anything of the sort. Do you believe that Ruben Amorim should walk away because there's more pain to come in 3 months' time if they're not getting in 7 starting players?
Yeah. Go on, carry on, sorry.
The rest of you. So we'll go to Ben. We'll go to Lesso Daneski.
Yeah. If Ruben walks tomorrow, and I say, we as a fan base have accepted defeat. We've accepted defeat because the reason why I've always been 100% I think Amorim is the icing on the cake. So how you get to the top, you start from the bigger picture. Yes, the protests happened today, right? We've got 2 or 3 months until the next season. You know, the 1958, they'd be like, okay, right, that's the season done. We'll be planning for next season. No, we should be planning. We should still be planning more protest, more like what you did today, close the mega store. We should be doing more of this over the summer. And like I know a lot of people are gonna hate for me saying this, like, but if Ruben does walk, we have accepted defeat because we're just any of us are just gonna say, right, okay, Chava, you have a go, and then we'll see how we get on. No manager, no coach. People get too giddy about this fucking Zaggy shit. About fucking any other coach. Bro, I mark my words, no one's gonna fix this. No one is gonna fix this until you fix the fucking bigger picture, man. It's not gonna happen, man. I'm being fucking serious. Even if we get Inzaghi, nothing's gonna happen. We're not gonna be back at the top. We're not gonna be even top 4, maybe top 6, probably, maybe, with his type of players. But we're going to be back in the same situation, man. I do see Bombay's point in terms of like maybe they can back him. Now, we could sell. I can name you a shit ton of players and I've calculated all of them. It could be total up to 300 million. Now, it's crazy that I've actually said 300 million, but I've actually when you've worked it all out, it makes up to 300 million. Now, we still owe 300 million to clubs from transfers. We still are at 700 million pound in debt. Yes, if you're a proper football club, you pay the debt off. But even still, we've seen Ten Hag spend 700 million on shit. So they've done this before. Now, for me, if you're saying you'd rather pay the debt off, and with obviously the outgoings, then we're gonna suffer even more, man. We need players, and yes, if Ruben Amorim gets sacked mid-season or like even the first 10 games, man, at least we're actually bringing in recruitment like the Cunha, like Mbuemo, like if Mbuemo does come, like a Garcia, all these players. At least we're actually recruiting decent players instead of a fucking Rasmus Højlund. And I know I'm not getting into Ineos's fucking bootlicker. I fucking hate them. But we have to decide as a fan base which route we want to take. We want to go down. Do we want Ruben to go tomorrow and accept defeat? Because we have accepted defeat if he goes tomorrow, because we haven't got sort of the bigger picture. So which route? The question I want to ask to the chat and to the panel: which route do you want to go down? Should Amorim walk in the morning and then we've accepted defeat and we'll be back again and then Inzaghi comes in.
So what's the point of delaying it? So then I don't understand. So what's the point of delaying it in 7 months' time? What's the point?
Ben Dino's saying that inevitably he's not going to get any players and he's not going to be backed. So
he's not going to get enough of the players that he needs for him to succeed in the system.
So why should he stay? So your point almost becomes muted. You know what I mean? But if you think that actually, wait a minute, maybe, then I think your point comes alive.
Yeah, but okay. So here's my answer. Yes, it's gonna. Yes, we could be here in the next 7 months, 6 months. But I have been as a fan always. I want I want this fucking club to suffer even more, man. I want more hurt. Anyone can laugh, bro. But no, there's too many people online that don't know the fucking bigger picture, man. When I seen the 7% New York Stock Exchange that they lost, that was fucking joys to my fucking eyes, man. I just want more fucking hurt. I just want these bastards more pain in their fucking pockets, man. And look. I love Man United, man. I want us to be back at the top, but we won't be back there, man, until we get rid of these fucking vultures, man. And the only way we're going to do this is we suffer more and more. We get more. We get rid of no more sponsorship with Adidas. Like the list goes fucking on, man. We just, okay. That's the big.
I understand. I understand.
But that's what I'm saying, man.
You're saying, baby Ruben, take us to relegation. No problem, Ben.
Facts, bro. Facts. I want more suffering, man. I want more. And I know a lot of fans not going to like it, man.
No problem. Go ahead, let's soak. Go ahead, let's soak.
No, I actually, funny enough, I share the same sentiment with Ben. Like I even
Like,
said that.
let's go.
I even said that. I was very, I don't know, I was stuck in between a rock and a hard place in terms of winning the Europa League. Obviously as a fan, you want to win, but I wouldn't really detest us losing because it meant that we accelerate plans for these guys to go. That's why I always reiterated that I always look at the bigger picture here. And the bigger picture is we have to eventually get rid of these owners. We cannot continue to operate in this manner. Like, it's just not possible. Like, we have to just be realistic with ourselves. It's not possible. And even if we replace a manager, we know deep down it's all going to end, badly eventually. We know that. So, just to make sure that everything is eradicated, the only way we can only truly move forward as a football club is if these guys go. This debt is obviously hovering. It's always gonna, be basically it's always gonna be like some weight trainers, some leg weight trainers on us, and we're not going to be truly free until these guys are all gone eventually. So if it takes us being relegated or continuously performing badly, which is the case, looks like it's gonna be the case, and yeah, you're gonna see a lot of the knock in the share price. You're gonna see a lot also people no longer wanting to pay a lot of money to try and purchase Manchester United or their shares. A lot of people are practically selling now. That's why the share price is down. Is because people are selling. They're putting up the shares up for sale. They're selling them. So, the better this continues to accelerate. Honestly, I'm happy. I told myself that I'm gonna live in this. I'm gonna be like Sean basically, and I'm not gonna care anymore. If these guys continue losing next season, we'll analyze the games, fair enough. But deep down, I know there's a bigger. If the owners end up leaving because of this, hey, it's a victory for all of us. So yeah, Amorim, in terms of him, I think he needs to stay on. If he stays on, it means that there's gonna be problems next season. And you know what that means. We're gonna buy players. We're gonna buy probably half of the first 11 at most, and then these players are gonna play that set formation that Amorim plays. Guess what? It's sabotage. So they're gonna sack Amorim, and then the next manager that comes in is gonna complain that he doesn't have the players that play his system, and then that rotation policy is gonna continue as we've seen consistently. And then, guess what? We eventually going to find ourselves in this exact position where we're fighting relegation in the next couple of years. So I think by then, obviously, the Glazers would have sold because they're already getting itchy feet right now at the moment because things aren't going well for Manchester United commercially. And if we're a team that's looking at, um, buying young players and, obviously that has its detriment. That's long-term planning. The Glazers do not look for long-term planning. They want immediate success. That's why we're trying to cut short corners in all, even with Ineos trying to do the whole short corner type of thing. It's not going to work. It's either you do it right or you don't do anything at all. So yeah, no, for me, honestly, I'm playing the waiting game at the moment, and I know these guys will eventually sell. I told people they will sell when there's no longer money involved. They will eventually, sell their shares. And guess what? Ineos is gonna panic when the Glazers want to sell. Apparently, there's that clause that's still there. So that clause alone, it's really gonna make them panic a little bit. So yeah, I think we must just play the waiting game, guys. But
Yeah, go ahead, Eski. Go ahead, Eski.
No, Roberto, just to tell you got a few super chats I think you've missed
Yeah.
so far.
I'm gonna go on it. I'm gonna go on it as soon as Eski's done.
Should we keep Amorim? Yeah.
It's not about keeping Amber in. I'm explaining to you what the situation is.
Should he walk?
We're £1 billion in debt. They're hiding behind PSR bullshit, while most football clubs actually have broken that, right? They've broken it, and you get fined 5 points, 6 points, or whatever, 3 points, whatever. You break it. they're not going to back him. He's a specific coach, more specific than Eric Ten Hag. He needs specific type of players. If we don't get him 7 players who can play in that system by the first game of next season, then what's the point of delaying it inevitable when he gets sacked in November, December, or January? What are we doing out here? What's
I know,
gonna
but
change
then,
drastically?
yeah, but who else do we get? The thing is, at this point, you're burning through top managers before we.
You go and get. You sack. If he walks away now, I'm not saying sack. I'm saying he should walk away. Manchester United to go and try to get somebody like Areola.
Okay,
let me finish. Let me finish. No, let me finish. Okay. Get somebody who's managed in the Premier League like Areola, who can do the 4-3-3 and actually make Manchester United harder to beat.
That's Antonio Conte, baby. That's
right?
all 3.
No. Antonio Conte is totally different. Antonio Conte is totally different. So listen, with the new manager, because majority of the squad, the only thing they know is counter-attack football, right? Is maybe you make 5 starting lineup, right? Especially in the midfield and the front 4, right? So you add to the addition of the strikers and the midfield, right? Because majority this football club for the past 30 years, all they know is counter-attack football. But with Ruben Amorim, you need at least 7 to 8 first-team starters. So you can answer how you want to answer it, but please tell me, how do you think it's going to be different from what you've seen in the last couple of months, in 3 months' time? How is it going to be different if it doesn't have at least 7 or 8 crucial players in all of the different positions that makes his system tick? And with even that, that's a gamble, because can his system work in the Premier League? Can it really work if it doesn't have the specific type of prototype player? Go ahead, yes.
Look, I think there's 2 things in it. Like Ben said, he's calculated it, and there's like 300 million worth of sales, right? However much of sales there are, like in his first season at Sporting, they were in the exact same position. It was shit. The fans were storming the training ground and the stadium, and it was going nuts. And look at when Amorim first took over, man. Like, really look into that. People know out there what happened. So that happened. He's come in first season. He's got rid of 25 players. Now we're going to get rid of 25 players. For me, everyone's probably on the table. If a good enough offer comes in, even like I think someone who's invaluable like Kobe Mainoo. If a good enough offer comes in for Kobe Mainoo, I think it could be worth it. Even if I don't agree with it, I'm saying from a business decision, if PSR is real and all this, that, and the third, right? If we get rid of a lot of players and bring in, let's say you don't bring in 7 first teamers, but you bring in like 5, you shift off however many, you bring in like good enough caliber of players, and you start bleeding in these youngsters through. Because I think we've got a very good youth system. In the next 2 or 3 years, we'll really start seeing that. Maybe in the next 2 years, and some will get pushed up. I think Cheetah will start more. Harry Amas is there. Fredrickson, Heaven. And whoever else is knocking about, Collier. There's enough youngsters there, and more going to come through, right? That next season, if you blend in, get like 4 or 5 first teamers, get rid of whoever that can only play a certain kind of football. So if you've got shit mentality, if you just play counter-attacking football, get off. Get in 5 good first team players that can play his system here, and whatever you're doing. So Cunha, do you feel that Cunha fits his system? Probably, yeah, because no one's against it. No one's saying why you signing Cunha for it doesn't fit his system. Never heard that narrative. So we're all in agreement that they're signing players already to fit his system, and the Delap signing, well, we just need a better striker. Could that fit his system? Probably, whatever. If you get Gyökeres, great. But let's just say you got Cunha, that's already a first indication, Nuruddin, that they are going to try and back this manager to fit his system, because no one's out here saying, why have you signed Cunha? So if you keep, let's say Bruno goes and you get Cunha in as his replacement, whatever, okay, great. Casemiro's getting off, Ericsson's going, we know that. Freshen up the midfield a little bit. With the forward line, we know we're going to sell bare forwards. Probably all of them are going to go, bar Ahmad, right, and Xerxes. You keep them 2 when you shift off 5 forwards or 4, bring in a couple of guys. It's not going to look great, but look at it this way. Man United, okay, big name. We're a team in 15th. As a team that's finished in 15th, you just want to see better football and progression up the table next year. We're not in Europe. We're going to be in the FA Cup, League Cup, Premier League, whatever. Just progress as a football team. Just make incremental steps over the next 2 or 3 years with this manager, and let's see what you can do. I'm not like that emotional, like, all right, yeah, we lost. And I was never confident going into that game, because I'm like, it's another Premier League side. We've been shit in the Premier League. If that was another European team, if that was
listen, I'm not asked about the Europa League. I've never been asked. I'm talking to you about this season. This is the stats, but this is the Zeski. This is the stats. This is the reality. This is the reality. That is the fucking disgrace.
I want to say
on any fucking 1 second, Luani, 1 second. On any fucking giving, that's the worst. That's the worst record. Forget the Europa fucking League bullshit, right? That league is your bread and butter. That is the worst record in 50 to 60 years at Manchester United. That is a fucking disgrace.
Who thought
That is a disgrace. That is for 24, United's 24 twice in summary, 15, 10 goal difference, 42 points in 38 games, 42 behind Liverpool, 9 home league defeats. Another thing, we've lost 18 games in the Premier League, 18 games, and we drew I don't know how many, right? So that is the reason why I'm not asked about some bullshit Europa League. That would have papered over the cracks. That would have papered over the cracks. The dickheads in there today would have been getting even more giddy, thinking, "Yeah, we're gonna be amazing." So I'm glad of that. I'm telling you, I'm glad. I feel bad for the fans who travelled. One of them, he had a sign. Honestly, it was one of the funniest signs. For the next show, I'll show everybody the sign for the next show. But the sign was like, "Barbecue, give me a hot dog." He's like, those fans need to be refunded.
No, if we
who
won
go
the
into
Europa,
credit
we
card
would
debt.
have got that Champions League money. That the only thing is, for the fans, and it would have papered over the cracks, but just a bit of that money, just so it can help us a bit, ease our finances. and
No,
it would help the
but that's
manager.
further papering over the cracks, Eski.
No, but hold on, you're
Because
just
the
saying.
owners, the Manchester
The
United,
owners.
are not going to be anywhere coming back. That's further
No,
papering
hold on.
over the cracks. We won a
obviously-
trophy last season, but let me finish, Eski. We won a trophy like the FA Cup. It was like FA Cup. Where did it get us? Last season we finished 8th. This time we finished 15th. We got 40 fucking 2 points in 39 games. That is a disgraceful. So if you want to keep papering over the cracks. And before, it's interesting what you said, Eski. You said football. No, it doesn't. Bayern Munich football doesn't come in cycles. Real
that's a
Madrid football doesn't
farmers
come in
league.
cycles.
Don't.
And Juventus football.
No. In
Big
England,
clubs in the
sorry,
world.
in England, and Italy.
Eski. Big football clubs in the world, giant football clubs like Manchester United, you're in the doldrums 1 or 2 years. Not 13 fucking years, my friend.
What?
Not
What
13 years.
Liverpool? No, that's bullshit. Liverpool were 30 years, Arsenal 21
No,
years, AC Milan have still
Liverpool
won
did not win the league.
Inter Milan have still won
Eski, I want to remind you.
No.
Eski, I want to remind you. Eski, I need to remind you. Liverpool did not fucking win the league for 30-something years. They won it 5 years ago during lockdown. They won it again now. In that time, Liverpool have won 2 Champions Leagues. 2. Liverpool have done done a Mickey Mouse treble. They won the fucking Europa League, League Cup, and the FA Cup. Liverpool, since the Gerard Houllier days, that was how many years ago that is? Now 15 years ago. Liverpool started winning. They were always winning. They were winning the odd cups here. They were winning cups. They were finishing 3rd, 4th, sometimes 6th. The lowest Liverpool finished in Jamie Carragher time was fucking 8th. We finished fucking 15th. I have never seen Liverpool finish 15th.
Okay.
Never.
That's great.
What are you waffling about, bro?
What do you mean?
I have never
Fallen
seen
Giant
Liverpool
did
finish
nothing
15th in
for
my
30
lifetime.
years.
I've
They
never
did
seen them
nothing
finish
for 30
10th.
years.
They
Doesn't matter.
won the league.
Guys,
They won the
let's
league.
calm down.
Once.
I
What
want
are
to
we
ask a
talking
question
about?
It doesn't matter.
What are
I want
we
to ask a
talking
question
about?
to Heskey, and by extension to the panel. What have you seen in Amorim that would suggest to keep him? Is it the performance game to game?
No, it's that he hasn't
that's
had
a stupid
enough,
question. That's such a loaded question,
Yeah.
man.
Let
There's
me
no one
sample.
seen anything. No one's seen anything to suggest let's keep this guy. I'm
Okay.
basing it on the fact that if you don't back this guy, we have burnt through. Like I said before, we signed Eric Ten Hag. Everyone said let's get Eric Ten Hag. But it's good, attractive football over there, and he was a top up-and-coming manager. And we got him, and everyone said now he's shit. We burnt through him. Amorim the same. Let's get him, top up-and-coming manager. Burnt through him. How many guys? I think anyone that says we're going to get Inzaghi is laughable. You need to look in the mirror. Inzaghi's Inter Milan team are getting to 2 Champions League finals in 3 years. They're competing with the league. They bottled it. Okay, maybe bottled it. They drew with Lazio, and then they lost the league by like a point or goal difference, right? They're very close. Inter Milan are on the way up. How are we going to attract Inzaghi? He's going to look at United and scroll down on his phone to see where we are. We need to look in the mirror and say, where are we? We are 15th in England. I don't care what the name is, Manchester United or not.
Exactly. I agree with you.
Right.
I agree with you,
So
Heskey.
based on that, that, if you say, what have you seen in Amorim? I've not seen anything in Amorim to suggest that he's a
It's
good guy.
because of the
However,
fucking Glazers.
I know this. I know this.
It's because of
I
the
know.
fucking Glazers.
I
I'm fucking
know.
idiots. What are you on about?
I
What
know
are you
this.
on about?
I'm saying I
What
know.
are you on about?
It's
In the
nothing
last
to do
15
with
years,
the manager.
we have
It's
gone
nothing
from
to do-
worse to worse because of those.
No,
What are
can
you
I
talking about?
make this
What has
point?
that got to do?
Heske, this is what I have to say, right? You say you have not seen anything to suggest that we keep hammering. And the second thing you say is about the big name managers. I'm not advocating for us to go for big name managers, right? We have a team that have a wage bill. Our wage bill is 171 million a year. That's the third in the league. And with that wage bill, we are sitting at 15th place on the Amorim. Okay, I know everybody like to make the excuse as to, yes, he need time and he need his own player. But guess who get time and their own player next year? The other managers in the league. So that's now what you guys think will be an advantage for him could also be interpreted as an advantage for the other managers as well. What I'm trying to say here is that with that wage bill that we have, and then with the dire financial situation in which we are, we should be looking at trimming our payroll. Okay, and when we say trimming our payroll, I'm gonna give you some names. These are the highest paid players on our wages. Does it look to you that Amorim is going to get rid of Bruno Fernandes? Bruno Fernandes is on 300 grand a week. Does it look to you that he's going to get rid of Mason Mount? Mason Mount is at 250 grand a week.
No, but Loani,
Matthias Delic is at 195. Harry Maguire is 189. Okay, Luke Shaw is at 150. Rasmus is 85.
You're a financial expert, we get it. But listen, if the Glazers,
I'm not a financial expert.
No,
these are regular, readily available information that you can Google. That's why I'm not a financial expert.
Okay, okay, go on.
What I'm saying is that the way the situation in which we are and the demands that Amorim need to get where he needs to get us does not match. He needs specific players to be able to unlock his system. We are not in that predicament. If he doesn't want to work, that's fine, but he cannot sell me bullshit.
You're asking the question 3 months too early. If the start of the season happens after the transfer window, if you ask me the question, I can answer it. How can I answer a question when the transfer window's not done yet?
Okay, no problem. Apologies. Let me just get these super chats. Can Amorim explain why Heaven Eriksson Mainu did not start in the Europa final and why he played certain others like Luke Shaw? Amorim, explain now. Fans and the media are giving him a pass. Shameful. It's a fair point.
Yeah,
big up to you, by the way. Big up to Kinna. Appreciate the super chat. Adewale says, I pray today was the last game I see Maguire, Hoyland, Garnacho, Bruno, Mount, Bayern and in a United jersey. Keep praying, bro. I think we'll all pray with you. For me, all of them fuckers can go. I actually think if Ineos get Cunha, Mbermo, Delap, or Mateta, we'll improve immensely. We need to understand Garnacho, Hoyland, and Mount are shit players, and they play against us most games. We also need win backs. You're talking about 7 to 8 players, bro. That's not happening. It's not happening. Far from it. It's not happening.
This is what I'm saying. The delusion is all the name that you just gave are premium Premier League players' name, and they're going to come at the premium price and at the premium wage. We are not in the position to spend that money, people. We are posting loss every year. Come on.
Yeah.
I agree with what Jarvis said on the last stream. Everybody goes except for Kobe Mino, Lenny Yoro, and the kids, Toby Collier. Send everybody out. We don't have any choice, people. We don't have any choice.
So
if Amorim cannot coach the youngsters, bring a coach that can coach them. I don't care.
Listen,
right now we need to start a rebuild based on a wage bill that's low. So at least
quickly, listen quickly. Last word from you, Luwani. Last word, because we have to go. And we have to. Jarvis is live, but we're gonna redirect so quickly. Go ahead, Ben.
Yes. Big up from me on. Big up the panel. Bombaye, Eski, Lesso, Luani,
Big up
and
yourself, bro.
Jordan. Free Palestine. Lovely flag behind you there, nerd, and keep that there all the time, bro. Fuck Zionism. And yeah, thank God the season's over. And big up to everyone that showed up to protest. Most importantly, big up to for them closing the mega store. We need more of that. It's not enough. It's a disgrace what 1958 are doing right now. Shame to all the fans clapping the squad when they were walking through the tunnel. Also, big shout out to Johnny Evans. He's a local lad. Love the guy. And obviously he served United well under Fergie, but maybe not for when he joined back. But anyways, here it is. Yeah. So we move. Looks like Cunha's looks like it's a done deal. Oh, there's a protest. Big up Nerden. Oh, well, wow, that's crazy, man.
Big protest.
Big protest, bro. Massive, bro.
Nice.
We can't hear it, Nerden, if you're trying to play it through the sound, but
It's a silent protest, bro.
yeah. But anyways, oh,
We want. Are you still saying we want Bruno in or Conte? What's that?
When they're chanting, Scott McTominay, I think all Napoli fans, they all celebrated the league.
Esky, thank God we didn't go.
I know.
oh, big up, bro.
When we close down the shop. There you
Big
go.
up.
There you go, people.
Big up. We need more of that, bro. If we could do that every game, bro, like or even 3 or 4 times a month, then that'll hurt their pockets even more, man. And that's what we need. The mega store is huge for them, bro. Huge. But anyways, as I was saying, my final comments. Big up to everyone. Free Manchester United from the Glazers and Ineos. And
There you go.
big up, big up. But yeah, nah. We go next season, bro. We go next season, and all I can just say is I just want the fan base to know the bigger picture, man. And I rest my case, man. Free Palestine, fuck Zionism, and big up to everyone in the panel.
Big up.
Yeah, big up, people. Listen, we can be here all day, every day, people. It's simple for me. How many years will it take for competing with these owners? Manchester United are not competing for the
20.
next 15, 20 years.
20 years, bro.
With these owners, with these, I'm telling you now, 10 to 15 years, we're nowhere near. Manchester United have no right to win any trophies, but we have the right to fucking compete where we're so far ahead of everybody else. Guys, seriously, I need to redirect, so you're gonna have to save it. The next debate, I'll be live again tomorrow. Maybe you know what? I'm gonna have tomorrow off. We'll be back on Tuesday night. So let me know, guys, if you're all available. Eski, more than happy to come on. We're gonna break down the players. We're gonna go what players need to be gone. Because Ruben Amorim, for me, is gonna be set up for him to lose again. I'm telling you now. I am telling you now. He is gonna find himself in a very difficult situation next season, and
You've got a super
you can
chat.
see that. You could see that. Say that again. Super chat.
You got a super chat from Khalees.
Yeah, big up Khalees. Khalees says big up and like the video. I DM'd the article from Laurie Whitwell Nurdin. Ineos are clowns, basically. Yeah, 100%. You know that, bro. This channel told everybody, but big up to you, Khalees. Make sure you follow Khalees on X, Chief Editor United Real Therapy. No need for super chats, bro. You already do enough for this channel. Appreciate you each and every time. Big up. It is what it is, people. We're gonna redirect right now. So please make sure you go now to Tactical Devils. Tactical
Devils.
Devils and Jarvis. Let him know it's URT raid, URT army raid. But big up to everybody. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Unfortunately, we've not matched our 200. We had 200 target for the likes. Me personally, Ruben Amorim needs to walk away. Bruno Fernandes needs to walk away. Because for me, Bruno Fernandes getting offered that money, it's unbelievable, that money that he's getting offered to go to Saudi Arabia. And they both need to walk away. Because I personally think he does not fit in as a number 8. He does not fit in as a number 8. And in this system, you have to be able to receive the ball back to goal to play in the number 10. Go and check out the number 10s who played for Sporting Lisbon on when Amorim was there. Amorim got rid of 25 players for the rebuild. Manchester United are not doing rebuild. They're doing a little fucking plaster. A little plaster. It's not a rebuild, it's plaster. And when plasters happen in the last 13 years, managers always get the sack sooner or later. Facts.
What are we going to do? What are we going to do?
We have to get rid of the owners. People have to grow kahunas and have some courage to get rid of the owners.
Before that, what are we going to do before that, Dino?
Well, what we're going to do, we're going to just sit here and moan about, this game, that game. Nothing ain't going to change. Manchester United, the days of seeing Manchester United being back will not be. It's not happening.
No, then with all due respect, you can't get rid of the owners. The force that are keeping them there are bigger. They are bigger than anything. I'm telling you that because...
Well, we get relegated. And then we all play for the relegation.
That's the only way. We get either relegated or the club go completely bankrupt.
Cool. Right. There we go, people. Win, lose, or draw. Free Palestine, free Lebanon, free the Congo, free Sudan, through everybody in this world who was battling imperialism, colonization, and militarism. Fuck the Arab fucking leaders. You're all bunch of worthless fucking cowards. You are absolute cowards. Fuck the whole Ummah and the whole Muslim leaders in the world. Watching the genocide. Fuck the Dubai bastards. Fuck the Saudis. Right? And if you want to be down with them, well, fuck you too. Fuck the Glazers. Fuck Ineos. Free Manchester United fans from Glazer and Ineos. But bring on relegation. I'm happy to go down to the Championship. That means I can go to a couple of local away derbies. Blackburn, here we come. You know what I mean? We'll be having it. We'll be having it. So for me, that is the only way I see this ending up. All of this is going to be a bit of plaster. Plaster FC. So we'll be back. The debate is Bruno Fernandes debate on Tuesday. Tune in if you want to hear about that, people. We already got a couple of Bruno lovers. And big up to Eski. Eski, bro, I'm just a passionate fan. Not a person.
Yeah, of course, man.
You know I got nothing love to you. But it's all love. And congratulations to you and Bombaye. Congratulations, obviously, in the family of Scott McTominay fan club. Congratulations on the league title. There you go. Scott McTominay, congratulations to him and his family as well. He looks like he's found a happy place and he's very much appreciated. So big up to him. Good luck to Anthony in the cup final on Wednesday against Chelsea. It is what it is. Love and light, people. We'll be back on Tuesday. The season has ended. All I'm saying to you guys, the pain is now 3 months. You're not going to see Manchester United play another league game for 3 months. So enjoy the break. But we're going to be live scrutinizing every single thing and always speaking truth. Our truth. Raw, real, red. Love, light, peace, take care. Free fucking Palestine. Fuck Zionism. If you want to be down with the Zionists, then fuck you too. Good night.